Hey, how are you? It's me, Josh. Remember? The guy who talks in this place. So I wanted to just have a little conversation with you. I feel like I'm at perhaps a transitional place with my Patreon and my YouTube, and this is a video for anybody watching on YouTube or for patrons. It's a little bit of an update, it's a little bit of a survey of sorts, and it's a little bit of an invitation to join us over on Patreon. But so here's the situation. I've been making shorts on YouTube for more than 20 years, maybe more than 25 years at this point. And I have been reviewing movies for the last couple of years here on the channel as well. And I feel like everything I do, I always have like these little segmented audiences, and I have my core of people who have been here, since the days that I was on Riff Tracks, and then I have like those many of them became my patrons, and they've been very faithful. And then with the movie reviews recently, I've started to see a small little like audience building for that, which seemed to be sort of like, an Venn diagram with the other audience, but also with some separate stuff. And I think there's just not necessarily full crossover in all the things that I do. I really enjoy seeing the reviewing the movies, because I see movies all the time. I just live at the movies. I love it. And I have something to say every time I see a movie. But producing a video, which is just literally me in my car, it's not a big deal. But making a video and posting it, I don't know if I've been building an audience or if I've been like dividing an audience. I don't know what I've been doing to the value of what I do. And then added to that, there is the fact that I've recently kind of re-upped my commitment to making fun with shorts. There was a time when I thought maybe I was going to phase out fun with shorts and just do things like movie reviews and video essays or conversations or whatever. And then there was kind of I kind of got a little bit of a pushback on that. So I think that without fun with shorts, even the tiny audience I have, I would struggle to hold on to anything. So that, and the fact that my attitude has changed also, independent of that, where I thought I was done. I thought I'd said everything I need to say with fun with shorts, and I'm not so sure about that anymore. I'm having fun, and I've had a little bit of a shot in the arm lately, and I feel like the shorts have gotten more fun. So all that is to say, add to that this kind of like businessy question of like Patreon and how it works. I made a real push, and I've talked about this in many videos, so forgive me for being repetitive, but I've made a real push to ask my patrons and people who sign up to support me to remember to cap your pledges, because I'm stuck in the old model of per post pledges on Patreon. That's a lot of plosives, and I can't switch over. I'd much rather have a $1 or $5 or $10 a month Patreon, and you just choose. Most people I assume would be $5, and that would be fantastic. I'd be so happy with that. But instead, I have to do per post. And so most people are $1 per post, which is awesome. That's, a great, generous pledge in and of itself. But then there's the matter of how often do I post? And I've been using the movie reviews, which I'm making anyway, for movies that I'm seeing anyway. And I've been kind of using those to pad out the number of posts. But at the same time, I don't want my patrons to have sticker shock. And I've had people who sign up, and people just assume that a Patreon is going to be a certain number of dollars a month, and they sign up and make a pledge, and many times people don't understand they're pledging per post. And so I've urged people, even in the descriptions, I think, of like when you sign up, cap your posts at how much you want to pay a month, $4, $5, $8, whatever it is per month, and then you won't be charged over that amount. I think that message finally got through, because my earnings have taken like a dive recently, even though I lose a couple of patrons. I've added a couple in the last couple of months. So that's kind of evened itself out. I've had like roughly the same number of patrons over the last couple of years. Used to be much higher, but I've maintained this kind of group. And so I have the patrons, but I think everybody must have capped their pledges, which is great. It's what I told you to do. It's what I wanted you to do. I'm not interested in trying to squeeze extra money out of anybody. If anybody is generous enough to want to support what I do, I want to be totally fair and honest up front about how much, I want you to never pay more than you expect to pay. So, but that then changes the issue, and it kind of takes away a little bit of this pressure of like, well, I got to post at least X number of posts a month to make sure that I'm getting what I can get out of Patreon. Now it doesn't seem to be as high a number that I need to post. So I want to focus on quality, and I want to focus on making the patrons that I have, and any new ones who may choose to join us after conversations like these, make sure they're getting value out of it and not like spamming with a bunch of posts. So what I'm thinking is, I am recommitted to doing Fun with Shorts, and I'm finding it very comfortable right now to write at least 2 shorts a month. That's pretty easy for me, every other week putting out a short. There's some other things I do. I've been really busy lately. I'm preparing to sell a house. I'm going through some major life changes. So I always make the time to make the main content. I've been seeing movies, but I haven't been reviewing them. I'll talk about that a little bit in a second. But between the couple of shorts a month and then a couple of other goodies, like I'll sometimes show Patreon exclusive, like my short selection process where I'm watching a short for the first time. And I'll do a video where I'll just watch something or talk about something of particular interest to the patrons. There hasn't been as much of that lately because of the movie reviews. But I guess now we come to the main question of this, because I don't want to take up too much of your time. If you watch my videos on YouTube, what do you like the best? What do you want to see more of? What are you here for? What might you, if you were to consider supporting me on Patreon, or if you are supporting me on Patreon, what do you want for your money? Are you happy with the shorts and the behind the scenes stuff and maybe some artwork here and there? Because I'm thinking maybe I relegate the movie reviews that I've been doing on video on YouTube over to my podcast feed, which is right now connected to the Patreon. I think anybody can technically access it, so it's not really like an exclusive, it's not a Patreon podcast feed. I might consider doing that with it if it's considered valuable to anyone. So I guess I'm asking about all these things. What are your thoughts? If you're a viewer, subscriber, or if you're a patron, what is the valuable stuff from me? I've done this kind of stuff before, and I think I know the answer. But if I was to move those movie reviews over to the podcast feed, would more of you listen to that? Would you miss it from the video feed? I don't think, my face has never been a big part of the draw of this channel, and that's fine. I'm just curious maybe some people wouldn't mind if I never talked about a movie again, but I'm going to see movies, and I love movies, and I have a lot to say. So I've always fancied myself an amateur critic. Not really a critic, just an enthusiast. Like, I just love movies. They're one of my favorite things in life. Anyway, so all that to say, if you join us over on Patreon, you will get to see shorts early. You'll get to see exclusive behind the scenes stuff. You'll have access to, when I remember, I post some of my artwork there first before I post it anywhere else. And you can just be part of the community who gets to hang out and see this stuff. And the podcast feed is going. It's a it's a weird podcast. It's not like no sponsors. It's no like professionalism. It's really just me rambling, and most of them are like audio notes. They're mostly like phone recordings. But I've done a lot of spoiler talk there, but I've recently done a couple movie reviews there, and it feels like maybe that's a natural move, is to start doing the movie reviews over on the podcast. So I don't know. I'd love to hear from you. And if you don't care about any of that, stay tuned, and there'll be a new short. I just finished the script for the next short. So Fun with Shorts will keep coming. And even if all you do is just watch them when they show up on YouTube, I thank you for that. Because every 8 months, I get paid $100 from YouTube. That's how long it takes. The threshold to get paid by YouTube is $100 of revenue, and it takes most of a year to get to that. And I just got paid in March, so thank you so much. Otherwise, you can also give to my Ko-fi and my Patreon, and you can shop at my Etsy shop. I'll put all those links in the description of this video. And thank you so much for watching. I'll talk to you again very soon. Josh out. Goodbye.